What's up, e-bikers? This is the new 2026 Velotric Summit 2. It's the new hybrid e-bike for this year, and it's next on the channel. Let's go. What's good, e-bikers? You are looking at the new Velotric Summit 2 e-bike here. So I've had the Summit 1 on the channel before, got it back in 2023. That e-bike was kind of an electric mountain bike, an EMTB. Didn't come with fenders. Came with 27.5-inch Kenda mountain bike tires. It's actually sitting right here. I'll give you a side-by-side later in the video, so stay tuned for that. But I love the direction here they're going with the new Summit 2. And they're positioning this more as a hybrid e-bike. One that can do a lot of things, and I like what I see here. So you still got the 27.5-inch tires. You've got a front air suspension fork, but you've also got a adjustable handlebar. You've got a rear rack back here, MIC rated, and a nice Shimano Q's derailleur down there, and a new drivetrain. So this is a really nice e-bike, bigger battery as well. So let's get into the specs, tell you more about the Summit 2 has in store. Here's the old Summit right here on my right. So that's the regular frame, that's the large frame. And that definitely looks a little bit taller. Looking at the two bikes side by side right here. But this e-bike was more of geared more towards a larger mountain bike. They're going more with this hybrid look now. So you got fenders, you got a rack, and you've got you get beefier grips and stuff like that. So adjustable handlebar stem. That came with a fixed stem. I actually put a riser on that one to improve the overall ergonomics. But that's a look at the two bikes. Two different purposes here, but I do like where Velotric is going with this new Summit 2. Okay, let's talk about what's new on this Summit 2. First of all, 750 watt motor, that's the same, but it's 1300 peak watt power and 100 newton meters of torque. We now have an RST Vibe Air Suspension with 120 millimeters of travel right there. Very nice. Shimano 9-speed derailleur up here. Trigger shifter. And there's the Q's derailleur. Really nice drivetrain system. Shimano hydraulic disc brakes. The range on this is 95 miles. We'll talk about the bigger battery in a second here, but you also get a removable thumb throttle. If you want to take it off, make it a class 1, you can do that. Class 1, 2, or 3, actually. It's equipped with fenders this time. It's got balanced posture with that adjustable stem. Okay. One touch class riding system. We'll get into that as well. 1, 2, or 3. SensorSwap, so you can do cadence or torque sensor, ride tuning, and smart recommendations. And pulse mode, which is a heart rate-based training that I think works with the app. So that's what's new on this Summit 2. It comes in, this is the ocean blue, also comes in galaxy purple and also a silver as well. So really nice color combinations. Actually, I think Randy Ride's got these purple. I might have gotten that, or I might have gotten the silver actually, had I known about the color choices. So I just said send me the blue, since that's my usual go-to. This is the large frame, by the way. Also comes in a regular frame as well. I'm 6 foot, and this fits me pretty well. And you've got peace of mind with this e-bike. So UL certified, 2271, UL 2849 tested in a UL laboratory, right? So there's stickers right here to prove all that stuff. So you get proven safety, durability, and reliability with a UL certified e-bike like this. Velotric is on the premium side, so I'm not sure what the price is yet on this thing. I believe it's at least $2K. So I'll put a link I'll put a note on the screen here once I find out what the price is. But it's also waterproof. So IPX7 battery protection, IPX6 water resistance for the whole bike. And you can, again, that battery, if you get it wet, that's not a problem usually. I did it with the 2023 models, dunked them in a pond, and just dried it off, and the bike turned on. So Velotric has that really good battery system that's really waterproof. probably the most waterproof batteries at this level of price you can buy in the e-bike market. Here's a look at that sticker here. It tells you the size is the large, of course. The bike only weighs 57 pounds, which is really nice. Payload capacity is 440, and the rider heights are for the large 5'7" to 6'5". For the regular 5'2" to 5'10". So there you go. I think it's like a good 2 inches bigger as the large versus the regular, something like that. Here's that 750 watt motor. Again, 1300 watt peak power, 100 newton meters of torque. That's really great. Top speed should be around 28 miles an hour, but we'll test that out on the road test coming up. Let's pop the battery out. The key slot's on the left-hand side here. Okay, there's your battery. I'm gonna come around to the other side and take it out for you. There's a lever right here. You need to push that down. Battery pops right out. And yeah, here we go. So we're working with a 16.71 amp hour. So the Summit 1 had I think a 14.7. So you're getting like 2 more amp hours here with this. And the stated range on this thing is 95 miles in the lowest setting. That's amazing. This might be the only e-bike you need since it kind of can do everything. You can go off-road with it and you can commute to work with it. So it's a really good hybrid from that perspective. So that's 801 watt hours in here, again, certified by UL 2271. And these are Samsung LG 21700 cells, certified by UL to 2580. This comes with a 3 amp fast charger as well. So that should give you time to charge. Let's see, 16 divided by 3 would be about 5.5 hours or so, something like that. The battery is color matched as well, so it's kind of hidden here in that down tube below that. Here's the charge port for the battery. You plug it in here, but you can also take the battery out if you want to take it inside and charge it as well. Other electronic features include a USB-C port, which is right here. You can just unpop that little rubber piece, charge your phone in there. It's anti-theft, so it comes with Apple Find My and Android Find Hub. I think there's there used to be a sticker on here that talked about that, but it's on the box. So Apple Find My or Android Find My Hub. You can track your bike. You need that feature. It's safety-wise, it's one of the best things you can do is either put an AirTag on here or on Velotric, they come built in here with that tracking. Gotta love it. Let's put the lights on here. I'll get that front light, which is up on the headline here. And this is a 500 LM high output integrated LED. It's a pretty powerful light, actually, from what I can see here. I'll have to try it at night, but there you go. You have brake highlights as well right down here. And these are also turn signals. Wow, these are really bright. And let's turn those turn signals on using the left and the right arrow keys. And there you go. That is your turn signal here. Audible cues, as you can hear it from there. And you see it on the display as well. I don't think it's auto shut off, so you have to shut it off manually. Let's talk about this drivetrain here. So torque or cadence sensor e-bike, as I mentioned at the top here. But we're looking at a 40-tooth narrow wide chainring here. There's no guards on it. There's your Shimano Q's derailleur back here. 9-speed, as I mentioned, 11 by 46 tooth cassette here. Really nice system, guys. They went all out on this drivetrain. I really love what they did here. Shimano Q's, I've only seen that on that mock wheel I had recently. So Velotric is stepping up their game with the Summit 2 here. As I go over this e-bike, I'm just falling in love with it more and more in terms of what they offer here. You see the guard here on the frame. Gotta love that as well. And the chain is a KMC X-Glide for 9 speeds. Plastic pedals and your standard cranks. Let's talk about tires and brakes. We have double alloy rims, Novatech through axle on the e-bike. Gotta love that right here. Here's your through axle. Kenda 27.5 by 2.4. Okay, MTB puncture resistant tires. So here's where they give you kind of that off-road feel with that new air suspension fork here from RST. Really love that package. 180s on the rotors, and there's your Shimano hydraulic brakes. The fenders, by the way, are full coverage, and they're plastic, so they're not going to rattle. You can see the rear one back here. Really good coverage. And there's your aluminum alloy kickstand as well. All right, let's check out this cockpit here. So again, adjustable stem here. I've got it raised about, I'd say about 65, 70% in terms of an angle there. Here is your left side. You got your ergonomic grips. You got your thumb throttle, your display. We'll come back to that. Your headlight up front here. I love the placement here. Very good place to put a headlight versus the fender, because you can really angle this thing wherever you want it on the road. And you can see what it's like there. Comes with a bell installed. Here's your 9-speed trigger shifter, and your Shimano hydraulic brakes with those brake cutoffs as well. Pretty simple cable management, very nice. Not many wires up there. Let's take a look at the display here. So you can see it here on the left side, so not in the middle. So you have room for accessories, which is nice. Put your phone holders, things like that. So left and right turn signals, as you saw that before. And they have audible cues as well. This new control pad on the Velotric, it's all audible. So when you turn the bike on, you hear a beep. When you turn it off, you hear a beep. When you have the turn signals on, you hear a beep. So you know it's on, you know it's off, and that kind of stuff. Plus and minus here. Hold down plus to turn the light on and off. The bottom one, you hold it down, that's walk mode. And that's about 2.9 miles an hour. And this is your M button here. So if we hit the M button, we have the trip distance, trip time, estimated range, CO2 saved, max speed, average speed, odometer, total time, motor temp, controller temp, calories burned, and your cadence. Average power versus you, pedaling, and the bike itself. Pretty cool. Seeing a lot more of that on e-bikes now. Heart rate, average heart rate. And again, the Velotric app as well. So I haven't paired this yet, but I will do that before the test ride. And okay, so we're in class 2 right now. I believe we have to hold down the mode button. Okay, speed limit. Let's go in there and see what we do. So right now we're at class 1. Let's bump that up to class 3. So okay, there's no 28 miles an hour. We're going to hit select. Success. Okay. Go back. Cruise control, pulse mode. What's pulse mode? SensorSwap, experience. Riding smooth. Okay, don't want that. All right, there's a lot of stuff in here that I don't remember being in the Discover 3. Let's see here. So I want to find the custom mode. SensorSwap experience, clear trip data, NFC card, connect app, find my, heart rate connect, rear light mode, turn signal click, auto light, screen brightness. Well, I'll have to do like a whole video on just the screen because there's a lot of stuff you can do in here. For this review, I won't go into everything because I need more time to work with the bike. I'm under a deadline here. So sensor calibration, ride tuning, throttle sync, time setting. Wow, there's so much stuff in here. Let's ride tuning. Eco, okay, Eco Trail Sport. You can set the limits in there. I want to go back. Sensor calibration. Wow, a lot of stuff to do in here. And where's that mode button? So maybe it's this one. Okay, now it's in class 3. Okay. Class 1, class 2, class 3. So this bottom button changes the classes. That's your one-click class 1, 2, 3 button here. Eco, Trail, Sport, Boost. So you got 4 levels of assist right there and off. Okay, I'm in the Velotric app. I just unpaired my Summit 1. I'm going to hit Summit 2. Turn on display, long press the M button. Get into the settings, select connect to app. Connect to app. Okay, there's the QR code. It is now pairing the bike. Awesome. Chris Summit 2. All right, battery's 98%. It's only got 0.2 miles on the thing. So we're going to go for our first ride here. And let's hit start riding. Actually, let's not do that. Let's go to bike settings. So, okay, custom mode, we need to enable that. Confirm. All right, now we can ride in custom mode, which is cool. So now we can go 28 miles an hour with the throttle. Okay, now we're in custom mode by hitting that bottom button there. Excellent. So again, you can change your experience riding, slow, smooth, turbo. I'll do a whole video on this because I really want to play with these settings. But for now, let's go do my usual road test and see how this thing rides. I'm really looking forward to this because at the moment, this might be the perfect e-bike for many people out there. So I really like what I see. All right, well, let's do this ride test here on the new Velotric Summit 2. So far, I'm really liking it. I'm a little forward here. One issue so far is the fender is rubbing on the tire. So I need to adjust it there and down there. You can adjust it on each side with the little, you can hear it there rubbing, so I gotta fix that. That's the only negative so far. The seat's pretty small, so it's really more like a mountain bike seat. And what's all these cars for? But it is quick. It's got some really good torque to it. Man, this thing flies. Loving it. I'm not sure if it's the front tire or the back tire, or the front fender or the back fender. I'll have to look at that, but easy fix. Oh, this thing is so smooth. Just test the brakes. Ooh, a little slide there. Nice. These are Shimano MT200s. All right, here's my test track. I'm in custom mode right now. Let's bump it down to actually let's try class 1, just see what that's like. I'm in trail mode. Torque sensors on. Let's put it in the boost mode. Should take us to 20 miles an hour. Gotta put some effort in here. Okay, here we go. 19.9, there's 20. And I hear the motor cut off, 20.3. All right. Class 2. Same thing, but I also have throttle on that one. So there's no throttle in class 1, there's throttle in class 2, no throttle in class 3, if you remember the Discover 3. And you got the custom mode, which you unlock in the app. That gives you throttle and class 3 speeds, so either or. All right, let's bump it up into custom mode. And we'll do a throttle only test here. We're at 20, you ready? There's 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 28.5 on the speedometer. Let's do one more run. See if we can beat that. Just gotta wait for this car. All right, so 28.5. Let's see what we can do here. $23, $24. Power comes on quick. So 26, 27, 28. Oh, 28.3, 28.5, 28.7. Okay, 28.7, we beat it. So almost 29 miles an hour. If you remember the Summit 1, the 2023 Velotrics all went about 30 in class 3 speeds. So they've tamped that down. I think it's really it's 28, or they're in the 28s, 28.7 there. So that's what to expect, but still really smooth. quick e-bike here on the Summit 2. Loving it. It's hill test time. Let's go. Got our turn signals on. You can hear them there. Got a car coming. All right. Good boost off the line here with that throttle. I'm already in the road. Got to turn that signal off. And our hill test is right over here. Once again, a signal and a stop sign. Okay, this car didn't let me go. All right. Here's our hill test. Throttle only, custom mode. Let's do it. 750 watt, peaks at 1300 watts, so it should take this hill pretty easily. Gaining speed here, 15. There's 16. It's gonna level out a bit and then get a little bit steeper up here. 10% grade. It is 48 degrees here on February 28th. Spring is coming. You can see the snow's melting. And 50s next week, so riding weather is getting better, thank God. All right, here's the steep part here. We are climbing. We're at 15, dropping. 14, 13, 11.9. Okay, I'll call it 12. Let's round it up. 12 miles an hour with throttle up my test hill. Excellent result, guys. Excellent result. Most 750s do it at like 11 miles an hour, but this is slightly better than that. Let's just coast down this hill here. Test the brakes at the end at higher speeds. There's 30. 30. 31. Okay, hitting those brakes. Nice controlled stop. Once we get to the stop sign here. No squeaking, very grippy. Those Shimano MT200s are really nice. All right, guys, let's go wrap this up and talk about my final thoughts, likes and dislikes. All right, guys, there's your Summit 2 from Velotric here. Gonna do a lot more videos with this e-bike as well. Got some nice accessories I want to put on here. I got that red shift suspension seat post. I need to get a Mick rated trunk bag back there, and some other stuff. So we'll be testing that out. We'll be doing some more stuff with this, taking it off-road as well once the snow gets out of here. As you can see, it's starting to melt pretty quickly. So let's talk about what I don't like about the bike. Not a whole lot. I mean, the seat is pretty rough. I mean, it's pretty stiff. Pretty hard. They should have put that Discovery 3 seat on here. Would have been nicer. I need to raise these even more because I definitely felt too far forward with this, so it can go up further. So I'm going to play with that and see how it is. And these do have a little bit of an upseat on them, the handlebars. So you can see there, it's only maybe like a 1-inch rise. Not big, but maybe I might want to put a 3-inch rise on there. I'm not sure, but let me lift that up and see if I can increase that angle, increase my better ergonomics on the bike. This fender is rattling somewhere. Nothing's touching, but I got to figure out what it is. So I'm going to loosen these points here and extend it out a bit, see if that helps. And as far as other negative, I mean, I don't really have any other negatives so far here. Again, I just got the bike, so gonna need to live with it a bit more, and you'll see it again on the channel for sure. What I like about it, I think the overall use case for this e-bike is pretty cool. So they're positioning it as a hybrid e-bike, which is I really haven't heard of in the last 5 years. So you can take it off-road with that air suspension front fork and those knobby tires. You can take commuting. You got the rear rack back here. You got fenders. You got the adjustable stem here to increase your comfort. And you can change it to a class 1, class 2, class 3 right from this bottom button down here as you go. It's got the thumb throttle. I'm not a huge fan of thumb throttles overall, but other than that, it's a really nice e-bike here for 2026. So I can make a case where this is the perfect e-bike for a lot of people. Not saying it's a perfect e-bike. It really is no perfect e-bike, but this is pretty close. I mean, it kind of can do everything. So I'm really curious to take it off-road and see how that shock does. And we'll test that in the coming weeks here as things start to warm here in Connecticut, guys. But look at that 11 by 40 tooth cassette back here. Shimano Qs. Just a really nice setup. And you're going to pay for those. You know, it's over 2K, I believe. And use my link in the description if you want to pick one of these up, help out the channel. A very nice e-bike, guys, and one that I'm really looking forward to riding in 2026. So that's it for now. Hit that like button, hit subscribe. I'll see you on the next Crisscrossed.